gift is free, the hustle is sold separately.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been my mindset. You know what I'm saying? I came along this path. And again, we all come in from a talent standpoint. They're going to be the best talented barber. But once I found out, it's some cats just naturally talented. There are artists in this industry. But one thing I banked on, you ain't going to out-hustle me.
Yeah. So
know
you
what
were...
I'm
And hey, that's crazy because that's that's where I could relate it to.
Yeah.
I always tell people or anybody who asks me, I be like, bro, I ain't trying to be the best barber. I'm not trying to cut the best, but I do feel like I can cut longer than you. And that's another thing that goes with, like, I ain't trying to be talented at everything, but if I pick to be the at this one particular thing, which I feel like I can cut for longer than anybody who you might be able to cut that for 4 or 5 hours, but I'm gonna cut that for 9 hours. And I feel like that's my only angle I can really have at you. I'm not trying to do the straightest lines. I ain't trying to have the best mohawks. But I remember you saying that, and I think I grasped to that because I was like, man, if I could do anything, I can out hustle somebody.
So what I understand really is haircut is repetition. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do know, like you said, if you're cutting that much hair and you got intentions of being better, you're going to be great.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of barbers that say they're great. They're artists, but don't get a chance to touch as many hairs you touch.
Yeah.
To learn your craft the way you learn it and to be able to do it sufficiently. You know, a lot of people believe that, it takes time to get a great haircut. Nah, you got to be intentional. If you know what you're doing and you got a system, you're going to cut hair in a reasonable amount of time, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna make the money that you want to make in this industry to be successful. From my standpoint of success.
So I can go back to it like this, like for real. When I was in school, I heard about you from barbers that was in the company, and I think your talent is something that I really copied. Like if you're gonna copy somebody, copy the right cat, right? Yeah. And you were the fastest barber.
Yeah.
Everybody know Charlie gonna cut them fast and precise, though.
Yeah.
It's one thing to cut somebody fast, but it's another thing to cut them fast and precise. And when I heard that, I'm like, because you got a choice when you coming out of barber school, what type of barber you gonna be. And I was like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
That shit make the best sense. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do that. So I've been trying to hone that, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's working a little bit because some people be like, yo, you the fastest, but they don't even know I got this from somebody.
No, but again, like at this stage in my game, I've been cutting hair, being in the industry like for 38 years, you know what I'm saying? It's like I lived through you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I was y'all instructor. Y'all give me, I know what I was doing work. For guys like you, I can't teach everybody. I don't have the same.
You used to be like, I can only teach you what I know.
But it's still a certain type and a certain kind that I can motivate. Everybody don't have that in them. You know what I'm saying? Once I identify those type of people, then I try to invest, try to give you that mirror, give you something to look for, something to say. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the same spot you've been in.
Yeah.
I had the same doubts you had.
Right.
Been in the same places.
So what's your because I know you in the school heavy. What's your identifying marker? Like how, because you kind of prospected me when I was in barber school. What's your thing like? Oh, he got what I'm looking for, and I feel like when I get my hands on him, I'll be able to multiply. Pause.
Real talk. It's like I feel like I go after who got the best story.
Okay, explain that.
Story's
Explain
impactful, because again, I'm still trying to reach people. I had a story to reach y'all. I want y'all's story to reach somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm building. It's like you can make all the money, you can have all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got no substance behind it, because normally if you haven't been through most things, you know what I'm saying, and really understand what you're getting yourself involved to, a lot of people going, they're gonna take this stuff for granted, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference.
Usually people that got something to lose end up striving. Not always, but it could be somebody with, that don't have nobody depend on them that end up surviving. But a lot of people, it's somebody that got something to lose, and like you said, got a backstory.
Your story is impactful, you know what I'm saying? Because Joffrey made it. Yeah, Rashad made it. But the people that need to make it need to understand y'all done been through worse stuff than them, so it kills the excuse.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's the impact of the story. So I'm going after people that have a valuable story that when a person out there thinking that I can't do nothing, or my mother, we all grew up in single-parent households, you know what I'm saying? So we all kind of been through the same kind of stuff when it comes to being a black person in America. So we just try to kill the excuse.
Yeah, definitely the definition of there's no excuse of what you've been through because, I don't have a squeaky clean record, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think all three of us got the craziest story.
I mean, I'm not afraid to admit what I have, you know what I'm saying? I have a felony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a felony is or anything that you had is not the definition of who you are as a person.
Absolutely not.
It could be anything. It don't have to be something on your record or something, but it got to be. I feel like if you've been through something that's really like up there and it can triumph your life, I think that should spark something in your brain. If it doesn't, I don't know what it is. For me, it was just like you. If I can already hustle out here in the streets, right? If you can do that, then you should be able to adapt to any type of game because a real hustler is an adapter, right?
Yeah.
If you don't adapt, you're going to die.
Yeah, so
in any situation.
I like again for barbering, I found my hustle. Initially, that was my hustle.